Yo, what's up? It's your host with the most. We'll have a toast. It's your man, Leader Johnson. This is Follow Sports. What? We are here to talk about them Eagles. Listen, man, big time win. If anybody knows the score, I was saying things was like 35-20. Listen, I've been calling these blowouts because we got the type of team that can do it. Every game, on Broad Street, let's take leader edition with me and Cool Cat. You know what I mean, we make our predictions, and I keep on saying the blowout, and but I don't think we're not gonna win. It's just that I think we're gonna go ahead and put it all together there early. But once I saw the first game, I said, "Oh, well, I see things a little different, just a little different, really a little different." And coming back, we had to take a break. I got these stats up. Listen, really was a good game. I mean, it hadn't been a game like this since Miracle at the Meadowlands 2. Miracle at the Meadowlands 2 was the game where we had Michael Vick in there. And we go against the Giants. It was Eli Manning versus Michael Vick. Man, that was like around the first time Vick came. We had it, and he made this. It was a big game. So people not really talking about it. Miracle Meadowlands 2 was a good game. Eli Manning had 289 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Michael Vick had 21 for 35, 242 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 10 rushes for 130 yards and a rushing touchdown. That was just a good game between two guys. I mean, guys like Ahmad Bradshaw, Brandon Jacobs, and LaShawn McCoy didn't get off, but Vic did. Vic was really, I think he don't get talked about enough of how big he was in that game. Also looking at, we had guys like, the Eagles had guys like Jamar Chaney, guys that were drafted for Moses Foku, late draft picks. And Chaney had 16 tackles that game. You thought he was going to be something, but he's never turned out to be that guy. Demetri Patterson, Kurt Coleman, Trent Cole, Quentin Michael, guys like that was on the team. Mike Patterson, Sante Samuel. And Deshaun Jackson, man, returning that kick for a touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, do we not know who really put that? Now here, you are welcome to Follow the Sports. And we are talking about the great comeback win yesterday by the Eagles. And one of the games that reminds you of that game, like no question, is the Miracle at the Meadowlands 2. Yeah. Anybody remember? I'm just trying to bring everybody back. Now, I described, said the stats, told you things, but does anybody remember that game? 2010 is when it happened. Man, it was a big-time game. And Jackson, man, you remember having the return touchdown to where he went straight across the line. Like he was about to go in the end zone, but then he caught himself. And not catch himself, but he really played with the defense and went like across the line of the end zone instead of going straight in. It was crazy. But man, yesterday was crazy. Super crazy. The man. You're gonna see his face a lot in this podcast. Jordan Davis, man, lost weight 30 pounds. The man looks faster. He looks like that 4.7 he was in the combine, running at 300 plus pounds. 4.7. That's crazy. He looked like he was 4.6 right there. He was going 18.6 miles per hour. They clocked it. That's how fast he was running. He was down 26-7. Came back 33-26. Totally different first half. And when the first half was going on, I was like, listen. When the first half was going on, I was more like, listen, man. Said, Eagles, you have to beat them for 4 quarters. And this is real. I was not worried. I have to see 0-0-0-0. I mean, unless in the fourth quarter it's like 40-7 or something like that. Like, you really got to be doing what the Eagles did to the Kansas City Chiefs. Even then, that touchdown that hurts through the Devontae Swift in the Super Bowl. Even then, until it's 0-0-0, because that was still kind of fairly early for an Eagle team to get beat. You have to wait to beat this team and see what the full game plan is. Everybody chill on Patullo. I told y'all chill out. I said 3 games. I told Cool Cat when people didn't like the way things were looking in the second game, even the first game, I said give him 3 games. The first game went to the Cowboys. I said give him 3 games, man. Just got to get used to Patullo. Patullo's he's been around them. They like him, his confidence. They can talk to him. Everybody talking about the stuff on the sideline that was going on. They could talk to him. It wasn't like they was, that wasn't bad. I mean, this Eagle team goes at each other. Last year, from Jalen Carter getting into it not getting into it on the line, but Nick Sirianni following Jalen Carter and not liking the way he was acting and getting into it with the defensive line coach. From AJ and Jalen Hurts getting into it with each other. Well, not into it with each other, but just talking about the offense and stuff, talking about, there was AJ Brown talking about the offense, and even Smitty said something, and then BJ saying that their relationship is not like it is, and then they're correcting it. This is not no knock on Eagles can get over everything. Like, seriously. This team is a little different. They can get over everything, man. Like, mentally, just coming to the season, I was saying on Broad Street Blitz tape, I was like, listen, this is a different mentality team talking about forget about the Super Bowl, not wanting to wear rings. Like, they really want to be a dynasty. That's what that says. They want to, if you're putting the Super Bowl ring to the side, you're going to do the same thing about the second one. Like, this saying the Super Bowl ring don't matter. We just want to keep on winning them. All right, coming back to the game, really good defensive effort again, putting them down to 7 points. Matthew Stafford, 196 yards, 82 rating. I know we said a lot of great things about Stafford. He's an elite quarterback. But when Jalen Hurts gets clowned for just having a certain amount of yards and then winning the game, no turnovers. This time, Hurts had 3 touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, 117 rating, 226 yards. They're not talking about Stafford like that. I know he's been playing great the last couple of games, but what does this say about Stafford? Say that about Hurts has been good. He's been winning both games. So it's just crazy how that can't make you, but you having those performances. They were 2-0, and Jalen Hurts comes right through, and this great performing quarterback all year gets knocked right out the box. I know we're talking about the defense, but Hurts turned up on his end. What about the other teams playing the Rams defense? No, we turned right up. See what it is. Hurts performed like he was supposed to. Again, all 3 games. I knew this was going to happen. I was on there. Listen, we're going to Broad Street Bitch State Leader Edition. Thursday, we're going to have Jenna McGraw from USA Today. I'm going to try to get my guy Steve Chris Franklin on there. Listen, we said it. We was like, listen, I said, listen, every time the Eagles get told something, they answer it. We was already expecting AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts to show up. We didn't expect them to knock off Saquon Barkley. That's another game that Jalen Hurts had to win. 3 straight games without Barkley, really. I mean, he had 88 yards against Kansas City, so that definitely helped. Was way more than, all season. Season high against Kansas City. He had a good game. I mean, he had a solid game to me, caught some passes. But he hasn't been the factor that from the first game last year, Barkley was the factor. Teams have been looking to shut him down. And Hurts is like, listen, I'm here. But people are going to say, oh, he has Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Well, he didn't have to win with them the last couple of games over the defense. Well, they had to score touchdowns. I know Makuba scored in Kansas City, but who else scored? It's just crazy. Like, unbelievable way to prove yourself. Now, we're talking about just how great Jordan Davis, man. I mean, it's a little crazy. Like, this man has been the best defensive player besides, Zach Bond and Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper this whole, whole season. This start the early season. 7 tackles for Zach Bond. No doubt that great interception, great pass deflection. Man, I knew he was going to come up big. I just knew it. Knew he was going to come up. Cooper DeJean, 9 tackles. 8 tackles for Jai Campbell. This man is still being a presence. Very impressive. Before Odori went down 5 tackles, and that side of the ball, listen, it's time to start. It's not time to start worrying because they're not losing any games. But if Howie wants to go in his bag of tricks and find a cornerback, there wouldn't be. I say this: put Keely Ringo back in, man. Like, you see him, Bennett. When Bennett got in there, he was suffering. He had one good play when they threw the ball when he was guarding Puka, and then the ball he jumped up a good jump to challenge the ball, and it bounced off his head, and he made his head block the ball. But other than that, Puka he was killing them. He was picking people apart in the game. Puka was picking. Listen, this man was picking Philly apart. 11 receptions, 112 yards, no touchdowns though. How about that one? All that, no touchdowns. You had the one by Adams. They said it was a push off, but Jalen did one. But AJ did one, but AJ wasn't a push off. He just put his hand right there, and he wasn't able to challenge it. He didn't push him. Devontae Adams pushed him. Then what about the push on AJ Brown? It was by one of those defenders, man. Like it was a pass interference. How are you gonna put your hands on them, not letting them to go get the ball? That was crazy, man. Then Puka, the one catch that Puka Nacua had, that wasn't a catch. They had no control of the ball. Any other time, that would have been a no. I don't know what these new rules is or whatever, but that's crazy. Kyron Williams had 94 yards. Good game. And like I said, they've been putting Barkley down. But one good thing was when Jalen ran, he had 40 yards. And we all forget he had 40 yards also. And a touchdown. So 4.4 yards per carry. So he's just able to be. I think this season they should be worried because you already seen Jalen. Now it's like, how do you stop him? And then you're looking at what he can do, and then you still got to worry. Listen, it's no doubt in my mind there's a worry when it's AJ Brown. He got to go 1-to-1 with him. And then Smitty is the most underrated weapon. This guy cannot be fucked with, but he's not physically imposing like AJ Brown. Dallas Goedert just forgetting about as a mismatch problem. Touchdown. This guy, he's a 6'5", catch the ball. Dallas Goedert is one of the top 5 tight ends, top 3. I'm gonna say top 3 because he's won a Super Bowl, man. Like he's steady a weapon. He's nothing like he's good. And he can block, he can do it all. All right. Looking at Jordan Davis once again. We gotta go to Jordan, man. Jordan Davis, man. 5 tackles, pass deflection, a sack, quarterback hit. Man, listen, stopping the run like he was doing, like he's been real good. He's been moving around like a defensive end. And the thing is, y'all don't see the presence of Carter. They still put double and triple teams on Carter. So it still allows Jordan Davis, it allows Morrow Jumbo, it allows Josh Uche, allows Aziz Ojulari, and allows guys like, if Agbo gets, if any pass rushing, Zadarius Smith, they got guys that are the dogs that can put in there. You ain't even seen Agbo get in there, man. On Broad Street Blitz Take, I talk more about the snaps that we have. Every Broad Street Blitz Take, I'm gonna give y'all snaps. All right, but talking more about this town, AJ Brizown, man. Oh man, are you serious? No, we know this. AJ Brown and Devontae Smith both had 2 catches for 16 yards in the first half. In the second half, 12 catches for 153 yards. I mean, these guys, my thing is, I understand what people say. You want to see them get the ball and what's going on, and they're going to get the ball. This is what they do. What makes y'all think through 2 games that the whole season is gone? And it's 17, they added a game. It's 17 games. This team is coming. This is the most, listen, I don't know if it's the most because, me being a Super Bowl champion and this good and expectations, Eagles ain't never had this. I ain't never really microscoped the team, but I ain't never really heard nobody. I mean, if you're watching watching the podcast, watching the analysts talk, it's constantly something in between talking about, well, what about Jalen Hurts? Well, oh my God, they're not throwing the ball to AJ Brown. Oh man, Saquon Barkley didn't run this much. I understand you can't just say perfect things about it, but some of these things that are made up and when the touch push, they just went and cut the touch push. We've heard that. Somebody said they didn't hear that. Man, maybe that's not analysts. Maybe that wasn't analysts, but that definitely went through trending through people. Oh man, they won because of the touch push. Well, they didn't win this time because of the touch push because you can't touch push the whole game. Every play ain't 1 yard. That's the first thing. Every play is not 1 yard. AJ Brown, 6 receptions for 109 yards. It's manhandling people. That's why I tell y'all the best. Nobody can do people like AJ do people. 4 total touchdowns, 226 yards passing. Listen, Jalen Hurts, Smitty. Can we not forget 8 for 60 and a touchdown? Smitty. We talking about A.J. Brown. People forget, oh, Smitty need to get in too. Boom, there we go. The dynamic duo. They got a 1, 2, 3 in 2 ways. They got a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we need to stop forgetting about Dallas Goedert, man. It's a little crazy how Dallas Goedert don't get that respect. Boom. The duo. Another duo. These two got come from Georgia. No 1, 2 national, 2 natties. Got a Super Bowl. Great block by Jalen Carter. Another good play. He had also good tackle behind line of scrimmage. And then you're talking about Jordan Davis being how he is now. It's a little different now. The crazy part is this. Jordan Davis is doing what he's doing, and Jalen Carter hasn't really, he still impacts. It's like Barkley impacts. You see in the yards, but people have to adjust their defense to stop him. They have to adjust defense to stop Carter. But you're not going to be able to stop him all the time. It's just what it is. And the thing is, when they turn up, Barkley and Carter, this team is 3-0. They haven't even turned up yet. That's going to be scary with Davis turning up the way he does. I think that QB2 is going to be good. I just feel like Keely Ringo needs a shot, man. If Bennett looked like he looked, and Jackson had 5 tackles before he went out, Puka was eating him too. Puka was Adams eating. Listen, man, they're okay, but what is not to put Ringo in there? I know you said, oh, well, they picked Jackson, but that ain't always because he played better than them. It could have been, look, he's a vet. You put a vet in there. Ringo didn't beat him by a wide margin. So they're like, okay, he can fall back a little bit and learn some and he's a great special teamer. He was a Pro Bowl alternate last year, a special teamer Ringo. So you put that experience in there because you don't have any experience on the secondary. You add that experience in there. I mean, no question. I think Ringo outplayed Adoree Jackson. It's just that he didn't outplay him enough. I mean, sometimes you have to. It's like a boxer. If a boxer come in there and this guy is the young champion, he's a new best thing, and you got a vet in there who's the champion, and he's the man. He earned his way. If he don't go in that boxing match and he don't convincingly beat this guy because of his status, they expect you to beat the guy by a certain margin. And if the other guy is keeping up with you, but you're winning the fight, but he's keeping up with you, it's an edge. You're winning probably by if we got the numbers 10 and we say he's boxing, the boxer's boxing a 9 and the other one's boxing a 8. He's winning by edge, like he's just winning. They'll choose the other boxer, even though the other guy, Bernard Hopkins, beat Jermaine Taylor. But Jermaine Taylor, if y'all talk no boxing, Jermaine Taylor went against Bernard Hopkins. But the fact that Jermaine Taylor didn't convincingly, no, Hopkins did not convincingly beat Taylor in both of those fights. Taylor was keeping up with him, but Hopkins was winning. But Taylor was keeping up with him, and he was a gold glover in the Olympics. Shout out to Jermaine Taylor. I know him, grew up with him in Arkansas. Well, I grew up around him. He's from Southwest. You know what I mean? And Southwest Little Rock. And when he won the gold medal, a lot of people knew him. I knew his guy's sister. I mean, I think that's his family. Not his sister, like his family or cousin. Rest in peace, Edwina Martin. Yeah, man. I mean, but he didn't beat Hopkins, man. He didn't beat Hopkins. But listen, if you don't convincingly do it, people come with it. And looking at Ringo is more talented. Listen, he's taller. You're putting a guy over him that's shorter than him and not faster than him and not more athletic than him. Let Ringo get that chance because when he's in game, Ringo doesn't disappoint. Preseason, you're going to judge that with Ringo, a vet? You think he really thought? I mean, come on, man. There's no doubt you might go against him, but there's no doubt that he already know he made the team. They know who he is. You think Ringo think he had to work that hard to convince the staff of him winning? He probably didn't realize until after that game, like, oh, man, now, dang, because after that game, you heard better things about him in practice and everything. He's a young player. They know they got one more year with him. Him and Bennett both are free agents in 2027. So they both got a year to be on this team and win that slot again. So put Ringo in there, man. Put Ringo in there. Couldn't hurt. Put Ringo in there. Bennett should be where Ringo is. He hasn't played convincingly enough. He just had a little spurt. He ain't played convincingly enough for you to say, okay, he should be behind Mitchell. and then you let Ringo and Jackson do it. I just don't agree with that. All right, now we go to looking at, man, the block, man, the block. That was crazy. You're looking at it. Right next to him, you got Byron Young. There's 2 Byron Youngs in that game. One was having a good game with the Rams, and one plays for the Eagles. So y'all wasn't tripping if y'all heard that. It's a Byron Young for the Eagles on defense and a Byron Young for the Rams. And I think they both DTs too. Okay, so the block, crazy, because you know why this is crazy? Because the first one, you had Jalen Carter. He get the block, come down. But look how high he get up, man. 6'7". That's what it matters. And you look at Cardi with the kick, right? Who he really started off the game on fire because he had the little nickel ball joint, and it was hitting good. He was really good kicks. He's starting off with some impact. So when I saw this, I was like, oh man, well, the whole time I was like, listen, they could lose this game, but if they can stop him from the kick, or maybe a block kick can happen, maybe. But we just had one. You don't really get 2 of them, so you don't think a second one gonna happen. You thinking maybe he just missed it. We'll just see what happened. Kick goes up, bow, and then he recovers it. Like one of the analysts made a clear point that when a person blocks the kick, he ain't the person to get it. I mean, that was athleticism at its best. Like, if you don't, this is what the Eagles traded up for this man for. I mean, he's turning into if he turns into, which it's already happening, this defense is going to be stupid with Ojomo, Carter, and Davis. That defensive line is already the best. I mean, you're talking about St. Louis, but St. Louis couldn't get no pressure on us. St. Louis, that defensive line, even though Verse got there, they hit Hurts, but they wasn't more pressure than us. Just look at what Jordan Davis also can do. Can win the game. That defensive line, I ain't gonna call them the best yet. I'm gonna say they're third best. I'm just gonna put them in the top 3 and at the bottom of the top 3. But at the end of the year, this will be the best defensive, because Ty Robinson ain't even did what he's supposed to do. We're going to see more Byron Young. We're going to see some Darius Smith. I see them in the front being loaded up a lot. Nolan Smith and Jalen Sun, you see them guys. This is a good defense, man. We just got to see. I think Ringo needs to go back as a starter, man. I really think that needs to happen. I think that is not being looked at enough. Ringo needs to be the starter. Another hero. Ooh-wee. Listen, man. Fred Johnson. Let's go through some key stats real quick. Quinyon Mitchell. Let me just go to that. We're gonna go to that. Quinyon Mitchell is a guy always shows up. Always shows up, right? And against Devontae Adams, when he was traveling means, when they say traveling, that means they put you on the number one. They put you on the receiver and you follow him all day. Well, when you had Quinyon Mitchell on Devontae Adams, y'all, he caught 5 catches. You know, it was 5 times he was targeted. 2 receptions for 12 yards. Crazy. Fred Johnson. Now let's look at this scenario. Lane Johnson was in there. He got hurt 4 snaps, and they said he'll be okay. He'll be back next game. 0 hurries, 0 hits, 0 sacks through 4 snaps. Lane Johnson. But Matt Pryor comes in. I want everybody to calm down. He just had a bad game. It is what it is. I trust Fangio and I trust the talent around him. I never doubt. He just had a bad game. And the key part was they recognized it and let him go through the whole game. What I mean by that is that, listen, remember Vitae when Peters went out and Vitae was good and to win the Super Bowl? Well, when he came back, but that one game against the Giants, he was getting ratatouille'd. He was get treated like a rat. He was just stepping on him. Like, it was crazy. But that's just what happens, man. But Fred Johnson, this is why they traded back for him. They knew how good Fred Johnson was. This gave Matt Pryor their chance, so they had confidence in him. He's 6'7". Fred Johnson. Listen, Matt Pryor had 8 snaps, 1 hurry, 2 sacks, 1 strip fumble. Crazy, right? But Fred Johnson, 25 snaps, 2 quarterback hurries, 0 hits, 0 sacks. That's definitely a difference maker right there. In the second half, Jalen Hurts was 16 for 22, 204 yards, 3 touchdowns, 140.9 rating. Nick Sirianni is the first Eagles head coach to start 3-0 with 3 different teams. Okay. 3 different seasons. You know what I mean? I'm talking about not different teams, but 3 different seasons with the Eagles. Or 3 seasons straight. 3 seasons 3-0. All that 3 straight. Listen, the first Eagles coach to have a 3-0 with 3 Eagle teams. 4th best winning percentage in NFL history. 4-0 versus McVay. Most wins without a loss against the same opponent since he was hired. Like, what y'all talking about right now? I just think what is going to be, it's going to be something said, man. It's going to be something said about, the Eagles and what needs to be done. Like, and my whole thing is that they're going against the Buccaneers, and this is the game I want because they always, last 2 games, they've been good. The playoffs in 2023, and then last year when they didn't have A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith, Now we can go and say, oh, look at the offensive, look at the coordinators we had, or oh, we didn't have, but we got to, regardless, we got to win those games. Even more last year because we didn't have Smith and Brown. You could talk that one, but the one in the playoffs, man, coordinators supposed to be good, man. They supposed to. I know we had bad coordinators, but dang, man, they always say we a super team, so I guess we got to go overcome shit like that. But this was a good game, man. This was big. This because for the simple fact that this game has been going on, they've been winning tough games, and then they come out with the offense and they come back. It's just like they proven they that team because you just cannot seem to beat them, even when you got them down 26-7. That's going to make the league scared. It's going to trend in. People are going to be like, oh my God. Remember when you go to Kansas City and you say, hey, Kansas City ain't never down because they got Patrick Mahomes. No, they ain't never down because they got Tom Brady. Well, Eagles ain't never down because they just got themselves. The whole team is as a collective. No matter who comes in there, next man up. Matt Pryor didn't do good. They could throw Fred Johnson like it was nothing. They throw him in there, see what he does. What? I mean, Puka was chewing up the other cornerback side. That was their only point. Kyron Williams was running good, but they didn't do nothing because they didn't get in the end zone. Their red zone defense has been great. The Eagles are 7 for 7 from in red zone this year. 7 for 7. They haven't missed. When I heard that stat, they was 5 for 5, get ready to go in there to try to make another end zone go, and they made it. But once again, even toward the end, field goals. 3 field goals, 9 points. That's what got them 26. And then you're talking about them kicking another field goal to win. They was trying to kick another. They couldn't make it into the end zone. Their defense was so good, they couldn't make it to the end zone then. But they made it to the field goal, and still didn't do nothing. It's like you can't do nothing. It's like if that ain't the most frustrating win, if that was the other shoe was on the other foot, and we got somebody up 26-7, and somebody come back and beat us, and then we got the field goal, and you're like, okay, we finally gonna get up out of this. Boom! They done blocked it into they the ultimate pressure cookers, man. They just a team you cannot give up on. And then one thing again, I'm gonna say again, these boys is young. It was on. You could just see by the face of Josh Uche, Keely Ringo. You know what I mean? Keely next is behind his boy, like, yeah, go Jordan. Josh Uche been having a good season, man. It's just a great signing about him and them. This team is gonna get better and better. It's just like last year's team, and that's what any team does if they're good enough, and then they start playing, they just start filling out themselves, and then boom, they run away. This team, if this team wins I'm gonna say this on Broad Team Big State Leader Edition is gonna be one of the. If this team wins the second Super Bowl, they're going to be the first team to win 3-0 because they don't look like the Chiefs did when they were going for 3-0. They're not young. This team is young and they got studs. Like, this will be the team to beat the team that could have went 3-0 and to go 3-0, wins 3 Super Bowls in a row. That would be a hell of a story. And then after 3 Super Bowls in a row, Hurts is going to be put on another level. Everybody is. This team is going to be remembered on another level, man. So listen, y'all, man. Great talking to y'all. It's good to really talk about the Eagles and what we think and what I think of this squad, what I think of this team. Is this what y'all wanted to see? This what y'all wanted to see. Jalen Hurts, man. You just gotta love him. Said this before, the Broad Street District leader of this, and I said, man, he's gonna show up. This is what he does. When they call for him, he does. He just doing what he wants to in his head. But when y'all call him, like, oh, okay. All right, well, let's do this. That's why he went to the coordinator. He was like, all right, when the stuff was going on the first half, he was like, hey, why don't you try this and this, and this, or whatever he's saying is not working, and you talking with your offensive coordinator, and he goes in, he listens to him, and he puts it in. The thing is, he listens to what he wants, but he's calling the plays. Hurts is not calling the plays. Hurts might tell him what he like or some stuff that he like, but these are his plays. These are Patullo's plays. And he has to orchestrate that, and he did. So come on, man, get off of that. All right, now the next time we come back, we're definitely going to be talking. You know, it's a lot of things that pop up. Value Sports is a pop-up type of podcast. You know, when I think of a subject, and that's usually a lot, this is the one you get me, man. Sometimes you might get me visual, but most of the time I'm audio on this. But Broad Street Blitz Take, I will be with Jenny McGraw, and we're going to try to get Chris Frank, because I want to get another guy in there to talk Eagles, man. We're going to talk Eagles, man. Eagles are that team. I don't see nobody beating them. Y'all said the Packers. What happened to the Packers? Sorry, what happened to the Cowboys? Sorry, RIP. So listen, man. Great on this podcast. It's a great win. Super win. And, man, till next time, man, till I see y'all, man. Always re-seeing y'all. I'm out, man. Broad Street Blitz Take coming up Thursday. Out of here, y'all.